Hello and welcome to Linku Podcast for 2816. I am here with Cross and Dagless, but I'm really cold, and I think that's the only thing we should talk about for the next, hour. About how cold it is.
Delete the other topics and just put I'm cold.
Yeah.
I think I misspelled a couple things on there, but I'm gonna blame it on my fingers being cold. So,
Okay.
yeah, welcome to the podcast, guys. How are you guys
Thanks.
doing? I finally didn't fuck it up with the correct channel here.
You know, things have been going well for me recently. I've been really happy about the way Drive Not Found has been going. It's becoming what I hoped it would be. And, teamwork between all of us is, it's going well. We're all cool people, and our viewers are cool people. But I'm really cold.
I'm cold too, there you go. Oh, man. But yeah,
I'm good. It's uncharacteristically and comfortably warm right now. I'm just chilling out. I'm actually on a laptop on the beach, drinking
I
some...
don't believe you.
What do people drink on the beach? Margarita-tini sodas?
You're gonna get, salt water
The
in
blood of the innocent.
your laptop.
Yeah, I'm drinking some Innocence blood.
Is it
Just watching
orphanage
people play
blood?
volleyball. Dwarf's blood.
Orphanage? Not the actual orphans, but
I'm
the
sure some of the
orphanage.
Innocents are...
Or orphan
orphans,
dwarves.
but-
Orphan dwarves.
I think orphan fathers need to start raising their kids. It's really a problem.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm good. I think the podcast says it's for 125, but that's cool.
What do you mean?
Oh, maybe I didn't refresh.
Get out of here.
But he's a guest on the podcast. We can't get him out of here. And by guest, I mean he's a host.
No. Oh, I'm a host, all right.
Yep.
I'm inside the podcast body laying my eggs.
That would make you a parasite.
Yeah. You're getting
Oh.
eggs laid inside of you.
Yeah.
So the podcast is the parasite, and I'm the host.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been fine. Thank you guys for asking very much.
The companion, how cold are you?
Very, very cold. I have my hands under my butt right now so I can warm them up.
You know, the better place is if you stick them, right in between your leg. Like not on your dingle, but, to the side of your dingle. That's a really warm spot in your body. That's what I do.
You sound like, fuck, what's her name from Scrubs? God damn it.
Sorry.
Ellie.
Should I say penis instead?
Ellie? No, it's not Ellie.
Isn't it? She's the one that says Vajenga, isn't she?
Yeah. It's fine.
Is that even her name?
No, it's not Ellie. I would remember.
I don't remember.
Barbie.
Ellie
That's what
sounds
she-
like... Isn't that the girl from Last of Us?
Yes.
I never
Okay.
played
Maybe.
Last
I don't
of Us.
know.
Damn
But yeah,
it.
welcome to the
Nissan.
podcast. We occasionally talk about video games. Coming up in the show...
No! Why? It's been no.
It's
Oh.
been a while since I've done that.
God damn
Oh,
it.
yeah.
What's happening?
He used the freaking Polaris podcast.
So we got some topics here. We got other topics that we can come up with too. But, right, I was going to say, for anybody that doesn't know, Relic was recently added to the Drive Not Found group.
Oh, is it official now?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he's
Now that it's
actually
official,
gonna
he's going
join.
to stop streaming.
I think in some way he doesn't say it's official because in case he wants to just drop out randomly, he can be like, "Oh, I never said it was official," but I don't
Which
know.
is fine. I still...
I would like if you just said that though.
Yes. I mean,
But yeah, no, that's so there's a
Elliot.
butt ton. Elliot, that's what it is. Elliot Reed.
I was close.
Very, very close.
what if
Sorry.
Elliot doesn't want to read?
Well, she doesn't have to.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so Relic has been streaming to Drive Not Found as well, the Twitch streaming group thing of Doom and Destruction. So we've had a lot of Battlefront streams.
Yeah.
If you're interested in 8.5 hour Battlefront streams, you can
And
check them
really
out.
bad Star Wars PS2 era games.
There are some good ones, but there's a lot of bad ones too.
Yeah, and Relic only plays the bad ones.
Apparently.
But then again, Team Toe Pagales is my favorite Star Wars character now.
Timto Paglis.
Yeah, he's one of the characters in his pod racing game. His name is
Oh.
Team Toe Pagales.
I played the pod racer. Oh, wait, he's playing the pod racer from PlayStation 2?
Yeah, he's playing Star Wars Revenge of the Pod Racer or something.
I owned one of the pod late racing games, and I played as Odie Mandrill, who was this weird bug-looking guy. It was great.
He sounds like a man who is also a drill. Like, you know, his name is Odie Mandrill.
The name was... There's a guy named Kit Fisto. His last name
That's
was...
an
Star
official
Wars.
character.
Yeah, it's an official Star Wars.
They're all
He's
official
Jedi.
Star Wars.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, he's a Jedi, though.
Yeah, he's
But
Kit Fisto. Kit
Fisto!
Fisto, look, is it any better than Rock McHardfist?
No, it's not any better than that.
So it's worse than Rock McHardfist.
No, I'd say Rock McHardfist is worse, but just because you thought of something worse...
Well,
doesn't
then it
mean
is
it's
any
so
better. You just lied. Fallacy. Fallacy.
No, they're both bad. They're both bad.
Kit Fisto is a cool name. I like it.
Fisto!
Look, is fucking Star Killer a better name? Or Skywalker?
Yes, because it's not like Star Killili or something. Like,
Kit
they weren't trying to like make a
Fisto.
new word that was other word.
No, his first name is Kit.
Guys.
His last name is Fisto.
Guys, please.
Fisto! His last name is Fisto!
Yeah, so he comes from a long line of fisters.
I like to punch people with my Fistos.
Well, he doesn't punch people with it, but he does fist them.
It's like Fisto the robot in Fallout.
Yeah.
That's
But no,
that's
Star
pretty-
Killer, I mean, I figured like Star Killer's like a title. If his last name is Star Killer...
No, his last name is Star Killer.
See,
So is it Kit Fisto Star Killer?
also, what did his family do? Did they blow up stars?
No,
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think that Star Wars... Look, George Lucas is a hack, so...
I know,
you
that's my problem. Like,
I
all
don't-
the new names were ridiculous in, like, the prequels. Like, we had, like, normal names, and the other one, like, Luke and Leia and Han, but now it's Kit Fisto and, like, crotchy mundane and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I don't-
but her name was, like, Leia Organa, and Han Solo. I mean, Han Solo is a badass name, though.
Yeah.
Han Solo, Han Solo,
Boba
Han
Fett.
Solo,
Ruining it.
Han Solo.
Ruining it.
Actually, you know what? I agree. The original names were good.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
And then we had, like, Padme Amidala,
Jar Jar
Jar-
Cups.
Jar Jar Cups, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Jar Jar Binks was a bit of a flop, but then again,
I'm Mason Jar. Great.
You shall be the big bombad general. Me shall be the big band general. You know, yeah, you lead the fight against the droids. Yeah.
I just keep on finding people that like the prequels, and then I just get sad. But I
Okay,
guess-
there's parts of the prequels that aren't bad.
but
There's,
overall
there's
they're
parts,
fucking
but overall
horrible.
they're horrible.
Well,
Yes.
there's parts and like pieces of shit that are
Yeah.
edible, like
Yes.
corn can make it through.
It's like how
It's
the
true.
room is good because of some parts. Like, you know, like I never
Yeah.
hit her. I did not. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, but if people said like The Room is like a good movie, and just like unironically,
Yes, I agree.
like
But the thing, the choreography for the lightsaber duels was good most of the time. You know, I really like Red Letter Media as Mr. Plinkett. Like, you know, how
Yes.
he talks about it. I think he's right in a lot of the
Yeah.
things he says.
Well, he was talking about
Yeah.
the original trilogy, how that had
And
more
I really like
emotion
the
in the fights.
Yeah, I really like the aesthetic of the original series too. Like, and then in the new one, everything was just sleek and like I don't know. It looked like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like I love Red Letter Media. It's just hard when I try to recommend it because there's so many like jokes about killing hookers and like. If it was
And
just a
pizza
few
rolls.
jokes about killing hookers, fine. But a few of them go really far.
Look.
So I have to
Look.
preface it like it's a good, smart.
Well, I
review.
mean, no.
It's-
The way you get people into Red Letter Media is you start them off with non Mr. Plinkett stuff,
Mm.
like best of the worst.
But
and
I
then-
just want
and
them
then
to
they'll-
see the Star Wars one.
But you get them to watch a few best of the worst, and you're like, oh, this was made by the same guy. And then he kills a lady who's dressed up like a Navi.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean,
How about you just don't tell them about the hooker stuff?
Yeah,
no, because
let them
then
come across it
all of a sudden
themselves.
dead hookers, and they're like, why that? What the hell? And I'm like, no, wait, there's good points. It's
But that
just
makes it
that's
even better. It
the
leaves a
reason
lasting
he did
impression.
that-
If your friends are so worried about dead hookers, maybe they should look into themselves and say, shouldn't all hookers be dead?
Whoa!
And they gotta answer that question for themselves. I'm not saying
Exactly.
there's an answer to that. I'm just saying,
Well,
you
You
know,
don't
they
have
gotta.
an answer.
It's not
The
your
reason-
fault that there's dead hookers.
I understand why he did it, because I think he wanted to prove that like he could make a better villain than they made any of the villains in the prequels, and actually have a hero who ended up being one of the hookers as a motivation to fight him. So they had a fight that was more meaningful than in anything that happened in the prequels. But it still doesn't end with the fact that there's just like 20 jokes about dead hookers and videos about him like killing the hookers. Like I don't
Look, if people can watch movies where people get killed, I don't think they can, like what's the difference between a joke and like the act? One is funny and lighthearted, and the other's a joke about it.
It's lighthearted.
What's the deal with dead hookers? Are they dead or are they hookers?
No, there was just one. No, I don't even want to say it. There was one that went like far enough for me that I was like, that was just really sad. I don't.
Oh, okay.
But all right, I think we might have reached our dead hooker
dark humor.
conversation quota.
What? Okay.
I'm not even sure how we got on Star Wars.
Billy, this is not the
I
time
don't
for
remember.
prime time. Get out of here. I'm on the podcast. I'm sorry for interrupting, guys.
The entire podcast can be primetime hour.
He wants to talk about He's coming because we talk about dead hooker jokes. He wants to talk.
I mean, if he's concise about it, I'm cool with it, and we can hear him clearly.
You want to say something about dead hookers on the podcast, Billy? He said they smell better on the outside.
All right, I'm so glad that I gave him an opportunity to add that scintillating conversation.
Okay, get out of here. I'm doing a podcast. It's unprofessional. Shut up! Get out of here! I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Even if I
Okay,
asked
so-
him nicely to stay out, he would have come in.
For our first topic that doesn't have to do with dead hookers, at least not on the surface, the Fine brothers.
Yes.
They probably killed a good hooker in their day.
That's why I said
have-
not on the surface.
Have you looked at them? Like, look at them.
Yeah, but why? All right, never mind. Stop.
Okay, alright. The Fine Brothers, yeah. Like, what fucking scumbags. People have been making fun of them for years for
So,
being, like,
to
jackasses.
preface this real quick, so if anybody doesn't know, the Fine brothers are a group of brothers, I guess, who own a company or something like that, but their company is pretty huge. You've probably seen at least one of their videos. They run a YouTube channel, and their main thing is doing things with people reacting to stuff, mostly popular stuff. Take, for instance, Eminem or Nyan Cat or something like that, just internet memes or something.
I think the only, like, good thing they have, and, like, the thing that I'll be like, yeah, this is fine, is their, like, Elders React to, where they, like, actually make them, like, play a game or something. I think that's interesting. I'm like, I'd like to see how the older generation thinks of,
Well,
that sort of thing.
Even that isn't...
And it's different than watching a trailer and then just, like, opening your mouth after,
Dagless.
Yes.
Even that, though, there was a channel before that
No,
that
look,
did
I'm not...
that.
Okay,
And then it
well,
disappeared, and a month later, they came out with a series called Elders React. So
alright,
that's a bit
okay.
suspicious.
Well, I didn't know about that, but look,
No, that's
I was never
that's
giving
what
them any
Companion
credit.
said that made me like, oh, that's not okay.
I've always thought that they were scumbags.
But to finish the context, they tried copywriting the word React in use to, I assume, YouTube videos and their format which I assume their format was a video at the top right and then a person watching it and talking about it? Was that their
Maybe.
format?
They probably could have just used like a video anywhere and then the
Yeah.
person reacting to it. Which, I mean, and then they were gonna like license, like you would like go under them and then like
Yeah.
license React.
Like a multi-channel network?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had Kid Reacts first, and I watched that. I did like that series. It was pretty great.
The thing is, though, like, you gotta like if you, they should have known that people were gonna be up in arms. Like, they tried to play it off like it was this great thing, like, hey, we're gonna take away your freedom to do whatever you want by yourself, but we'll have the branding. Like,
Well, I'm sure somebody in their 40-man company or one of their lawyers were like, you guys gotta lock this shit down, because I say there's other people doing it on YouTube, you gotta, like, take hold of this.
yeah, that's the thing, too. Maybe it's not them, because, we don't know who came up with the idea, and I would say a lot of people who try to do stuff like this don't know the internet very well, and obviously they know their audience pretty well, They know that React videos make money, they understand, like, I assume they understand why people watch React videos, so, it's... like you should know that whenever you try to take away someone's freedom on the internet to do like whatever they want, it's not going to work well unless you do it long enough that people forget about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's another... I didn't even know about this until really recently, but there's another type of reaction videos that is, like, way less... It's basically, like, they'll have someone will just run an entire video, and they'll have a face cam, and some of them don't even talk.
Yeah.
And those are also known as reaction videos, and I don't know if they're trying to claim those. They might have been. But that also brings up, like, a wider conversation about free use and other things like that, where people... It's literally an entire video, and they don't even talk over it. And then they get revenue for reacting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while I was on the bus, I was thinking about this, and I thought, if Let's Playing is a gray area, this has got to be, like, one of the most grayest areas ever.
Yeah.
Because you have the video there. I'm for highly edited stuff, or at least putting, some sort of edit into it.
Your own sort of deal into it, your own content.
But sitting there with the webcam on you, not saying anything, I feel like that's a bit...
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that should not be, like, legal. You're basically just showing the trailer.
Yeah, and it's a little bit, like, it's different if you're talking, like, if you don't run the actual video in your video and you're saying stuff to it, and, like, maybe other people have to run the video at the same time if they want it. I'm okay with that, but you can't have half the screen filled up with another video and then not talk.
The thing is, I don't think companies care because it's just more ways for them to show their trailer, although that hasn't stopped companies from shitting on people giving them free publicity in the past.
Well, it's not always companies. Like, sometimes it will be trailers and stuff, but sometimes it'll just be, like, another YouTuber's video.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen those too. Yeah, like, oh, I'm watching Hellbenders. Look at me laugh at this video.
Even if I don't enjoy the content of people, of most people that do the highly edited reaction videos, I think they should have a place on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
You gotta put something in that's your own. Unless you're... but then we also get into, like, long plays, where, like, people just play the game and upload the video.
Yes. That's the thing. There's too many freaking gray areas where I don't even know, like, I can't even say what I believe. The only argument for long plays is that, like, it's not a video, like, the person actually has to play it and they can change it. But that's not even true for, like, some games are very linear.
I feel like a lot of people who do long plays, though, just do it literally as, like, archives, like on the Let's Play forums,
Yeah.
Like if you're not making money off a long play, I think it should be fine. That's my personal belief on that.
I used to watch a channel that was just long plays and no commentaries, and the games they played were insane. And I don't even know how they found emulated copies of some of the stuff. Like, they were just like weird arcade games that I never heard of, or like some of those FMV games. And I remember someone who actually worked on one of the FAB games posted on the video. They're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I finally found a video of this." So he was actually happy that it existed, because he's like, "Yeah, I was hired to do this for like very little money, and I've been looking for it, and it's here." And like, it was just some guy like driving in a boat, and you had to. Oh, it was weird. But yeah, I honestly don't. It really is a gray area, and I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Especially as someone who used to essentially live primarily off the money from Let's Playing, like I don't know.
Tomorrow. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, tomorrow YouTube could probably they could say like no more gaming videos, and they could take down all of those, because I know Vimeo did that, right? They did that quite a while back.
I don't think YouTube would do that. No, that would be like suicide for them. What are they going to make their money
then
on?
PewDiePie's gone. Like,
yeah, okay, especially with YouTube Gaming, since they launched that, I feel like
definitely not.
They've doubled that. They knew where they were getting their market from.
Yeah. That's all the retention right there.
Yeah, PewDiePie is probably like 1% of their total ad revenue, which was insane. If you, I'm just throwing out BS numbers. Actually, I know a lot of their stuff actually comes from music, but it's music and games, really.
Yeah. Well, like YouTube has like a great collection of like just interesting stuff, like beyond Let's Plays. But it does seem like there's a lot of Let's Plays on YouTube. God damn it.
It's just if you took away the gaming and the music channels from YouTube, their revenue would have to, like, I would assume that's like 70% of their revenue is both of those things. Like, the videos with the most views will be like a Lady Gaga video with like literally 1 billion views. which is insane.
Yeah, and that's
What
a
a-
lot of bad rev. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
the amount of money
thing
that comes
is,
from
do
that,
you
like-
think that artists still artificially like bought their views? Because I'm sure some of them
No.
do.
I think it's just people going back to it again and again.
Yes, because
Yeah.
people use YouTube as a music player, so they'll make a playlist.
But the-
And
yeah,
then you
I
just
know I
run
do
through
that.
it.
There's
Hmm?
something where they don't check your actual view count until you become a partner, and then you regularly
What?
check
What is this? Isn't
how many of your accounts are bots.
This isn't what?
what is happening?
What is that? What do you mean?
I'm hearing weird voices.
Look, Billy keeps coming in and talking. Okay, I'm trying to ignore him because I'm on the podcast. He's got no respect. No respect. This
Well-
isn't the Billy podcast. Please leave.
Well, we've been talking about YouTube, right? So
Yes.
So, I mean, you know, I'm kind of hoping that someday there might be a case for YouTube and Let's Plays, but then again, I'm kind of hoping there won't be, because I'm sure Let's Play would get slammed with the
Yeah.
current copyright cases out there.
The copyright law needs to be redone before anything like that is
Yes.
done, because copyright law is hugely unfair right now.
Yeah, and the reason I'm not that worried about Let's Plays is the massive amount of developers who embrace it because they understand. It's like if you took away like the Japanese companies, almost everyone would be on board with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Unfortunately-
it's like I feel like a lot of people look at it the same way they look at piracy. Like, oh, why would anyone play our game if they just watched it? But whenever I watch a Let's Play, it's me vicariously living through someone because I want to play that game. So
Yeah,
like, it's like
well-
if I had the money, I would buy it.
The only time I will watch a full Let's Play is if, one, I've already played it and I like the person who's doing it, or two, I have no intention of ever playing it. Like, if I'm going to play it, I'm not going to watch
Interesting.
someone else, like, spoil everything.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I might watch again, there's a reason why the first video of every series can have, like, 10 to 20 times more views than everything else. Some people just want to look at the beginning gameplay and leave, because it's more informative to them than, like, a review of it.
Yeah.
So...
See, I don't get the whole I've watched Northern Lions Let's Look Ats and whatnot, and I don't like it. Like it's trying. Like I understand like the informative thing, but at the same time, it's always like the tutorial, and then you never get to the meat of the gameplay. That's what I want to see if I'm gonna play or not. You know, I'd rather watch like a mid-game thing, and then then I'll decide. Not the tutorial and like the first level, where
That
all
makes sense. I just know for me, like, I would not want to see the middle of the game because I could see something that I really... Because, again, I'm so, like, anti-spoiler.
well, if it's something like Dark Souls or something where there's
Yes.
like you just see like a mid-game fight or something.
And, like Terraria or something. The only reason I bought Terraria is because I watched Jesse Cox and Total Biscuit play... Like, I watched, like 40 hours of that stuff. And then I was like, all right, I can get down with this. But that's, that's a game that doesn't have, like, a story or anything.
Sorta has a story.
The story is shoot machine guns at unicorns.
It has a very, very loose story. They just threw in the world to do things.
No.
Yeah, pretty much. But I would say it still has a story.
But yeah, that was YouTube complaining. We have to do that every month or so.
Well, we're all
Complain about YouTube.
YouTubers, so
Yeah, it's true.
It's it's something in our daily lives.
Yeah,
That
let's
is
complain
true.
about Twitch.
So Fine Bros. What about is that everything for Fine Bros then?
I mean, yeah,
I mean, it kind of
you
tangented
sort of
off.
tangented off. Yeah,
I don't know what else to say.
I think what they did was ridiculous, and I hope it doesn't go through. I don't know.
Well, I
what
don't think the
steps
idea
they
of
took
setting-
cases.
Well, I mean, I don't think the idea of setting up a multi-channel network is too ridiculous. I think the idea of them shutting down their competition via YouTube's just horribly shitty copyright system is horribly shitty.
Yeah, no, the fact that they could claim... And again, it's another thing. Like, if a Let's Player tried to shut down another channel, it'd be ridiculous because they're already using other people's copyrighted information. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are already using videos that they didn't create and saying
Exactly.
that other people can't use videos that they have nothing to do with to do the same
Yeah.
thing. Insane logic that they would try to do that. They did apologize, though, and said they were redacting all copyright claims everywhere.
I don't know if I believe that.
I believe it. It's just it's a little bit too late because if you redact a claim and a channel's nuked, the channel doesn't come back.
Yeah, they're just screwed. Yeah, and that's like a huge thing too, especially for like lower people where it's just a hobby. It's like all my work is gone because you wanted to make some extra money.
Yep. But yeah, we are reading chat. We just
we can't like have a conversation and talk to people in
Yeah,
chat unless there's a wall.
it's a podcast. This is not, you know.
Well, we can move on to the second topic here. If you guys don't have anything else to say about Frying
I
Bros
think
and all
I'm
that.
done. I think that was a good conversation.
Before we go to that, let me just talk about the first Psychonauts a little bit. Psychonauts was a game. Apparently, it was released in like 2004, and it was kind of like it's like this beloved cult game that gained popularity again once it came to the PC. It was done by Double Fine Studios, who was a pretty beloved developer. And I've just been playing it again recently, and I love it. It's a great game. It's really creative characters. The voice acting is good. Every character in the game, you can do certain things to them on the map. Like, you can, like, try to light them on fire with your psychic powers or pick them up, and each one of them has a unique line that tells you more about their character. All the, like, worlds are really creative, and it's just really nice. So because of that, a year or so ago, I think, they announced that they wanted to make Psychonauts
I think it was more
2.
along the lines of a couple months ago.
It was? Okay.
A few months ago, probably.
Yeah.
The issue that is coming up here, though, is that Double Fine Studios famously had like almost one of the most disastrous kickstarts ever. It's not the most because the game did come out, but they got more money than anyone had ever gotten in the history of Kickstart, and then failed to release their game because they said they needed more money.
Yep. Not to mention the space-based DF9 game that they just pushed out of early access when it was not even finished and said it was finished, and they're just like, we're done developing it. That's that. No more funding for that.
It's a company that previously had really creative, high-quality games, and now is kind of lost consumer trust.
Yep.
And, I mean, that's basically what we wanted to talk about. Like, even though Psychonauts is a great... I don't think that's how you spell Psychonauts. Is that really?
It's Psycho and then knots.
That looks so wrong to me.
I
It's like
screwed it up at the beginning, too, so that might be why you're...
Psychonauts.
But you also have dyslexia, so you might have.
I am.
You know.
I am. That's probably why it looks bad to me. But yeah.
Which, going back, I remember a controversy a while back involving Tim Schafer and this other publisher, who I think is a pretty high up publisher. But yeah, Tim Schafer said he couldn't get funding from the publisher for whatever reason, and I guess the consumers backed Tim Schafer because back then he didn't have this whole Kickstarter bullshit going on.
Yeah.
I guess this is why he didn't get the funding, because he's terrible at managing it. And now they have a Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter, but a support fundraiser thing on fig.com or something like that.
Okay. The way
Psychonauts 2.
The way Fig works, it's okay. Before I get into like all the nasty stuff about Fig, it's basically you can, it's like Kickstarter where you can put money in, but you can also invest in the game and get some money back from the sales, right? So, like, you put in $500, and I think that's the minimum investment, and then you get like a certain amount of each thing.
$500.
Yeah, $500 is the minimum investment. And they're really hoping that this bill goes through. When I watched the video, it might have gone through by this point. But it's like this bill that lets people invest without having like this license thing, because you're supposed to have like a license to be able to invest. But yeah, so basically you invest, you get money for the game, and that sounds pretty good. It's a way for people to make money from a game they love, and they get the game too. The nasty part is the way the companies are set up in such a way that if the company fails, they could literally like make the company fail on purpose, keep all the invested money, and never have to deliver anything. Like there's this video by this guy named Dangerous Analysis or something.
Billy just linked that in chat.
Yeah, that's the one I watched, and that explains most of it. It's a video, so take it with a grain of salt, but it seems pretty legit to me. Yeah, and I think it's just nasty that I think maybe he does want to make Psychonauts, but he's ready to, if things are going under, just keep his money, and
Just
not have
keep
to
the
pay
money and
anything
run?
back. Yeah,
Or
he
just
could what he
shove it
could
out
do,
of early access.
he could just close the company once he's got all the money, never have to pay any of the investments back, make Psychonauts, make all the money off Psychonauts, and then
You know,
People-
Dagless,
people forget about it and
think
forgive
you should
him.
make a video, Dagless, called "Don't Support Psychonauts 2."
but then people might support it. You know what
just-
though?
Just say don't support
okay.
it,
Okay.
and I think it'll be your biggest video yet.
Look. Support for me on my Space Engineers video has started turning back to the positive for me. People are coming in and being like, "Wow, these guys are like ripping on you for having a legit opinion," and I'm like, "Okay."
Finally,
Thanks.
somebody sees
It
light.
just took 2 years.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, like people have made better videos than me on stuff like that. The reason I made the Space Engineers one is because I didn't think anyone was going to make that video.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm no Jim Sterling. I'm no, like not many people are going to see my video
Be
and
the
then
change you want to see.
exactly. Even if you have to pee.
Exactly. Cross, I think your mic is low.
Oh.
Yours.
Oh no. What about now?
Well, you sound louder, but
Damn it. I don't know how to fix that. Not on this computer.
but yeah, Tim Schafer, he got the funding. He got the funding too for Psychonauts
Yeah.
2 within
Well,
like
no,
a day or two.
Yeah,
he
and
got
then
the funding.
and then he made the deadline on the fundraiser even higher, so he got more funding. Like,
right,
that's
right.
something
He raised it again,
Yeah,
which
Which
I feel
is-
like was a little bit shady.
yeah.
But I guess he wants.
Wait, he pushed the deadline
more
back?
Yeah, he pushed
Well,
the deadline
were
back.
there-
The thing is
They're
with
stretch
Fig,
goals.
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how Fig works.
If there were stretch goals, that makes complete sense. Because that was the issue with Broken Age. They're like, alright, well, we'll just make the game like 5 times bigger. Oh crap, we don't know what we're doing. So, I mean, that doesn't seem suspicious to me.
But the thing about Fig is Tim Schafer is also on the board for Fig. Like he is like an executive for Fig. So like it's like if someone on Kickstarter was trying to kickstart someone and they were like the CEO of Kickstarter.
I wonder if like I wonder if he had this planned out after the Kickstarter thing. He
You
was
know,
like, we're
I
gonna
think-
get this on Fig and we're gonna do good.
I think he does want to make Psychonauts, but I do think that I don't think he's devious. I don't think anyone is just like a fucking like Hitler, But I do think some people are
Except
greedy.
for that Hitler guy.
Yeah, except for that Hitler guy. But I don't think he's evil. I just think that maybe he's worried about not being able to actually make the game. Maybe he's worried about going bankrupt and losing all his money, especially with like the way his political beliefs has been getting him a lot of flack recently too. Maybe he really does want to make Psychonauts 2, and he really wants to make sure it's good. He is a game developer after all, and they're pretty passionate about what they do, I
Him
find.
and his company made some good games. It's just
I just don't. I think he's going about it the wrong way. I think he needs to be honest.
Yep. He
If
needs to be more transparent about where the funding's going, I feel. But I'm surprised people actually gave him millions of dollars again, even after those flops.
People really want Psychonauts 2.
Really, like, enough to see it shitty and shambly and half finished.
Well,
I don't
no,
think
that's
they see it
terrible.
that way. It's they're just happy that it's out there, that it's going to come. Like people don't think past the moment.
I don't
Yeah, and
think
there's
$3 million
also-
is going to make a fantastic Psychonauts 2.
I don't
I'll be
even
honest.
like Psychonauts 1 a lot, and I want to see a Psychonauts 2.
The thing is, a lot, like, we analyze these type of things, we follow video games. I've talked to friends who I mentioned the Broken Age thing, and they're like, why, what was the problem? It came out. And, like, they don't realize, like, some of the issues that were going on. Like, the
Yeah.
fact that they literally owned, like, so much money and then overblew everything and it didn't make any sense and they haven't, like, finished everything they promised. Like, there are some people that like, his negative reputation is not hit, and I'd have to think it's the majority of people. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people just play video games and they don't look further into, like, development cycles or anything like that or video game news.
That's depressing.
Yeah, that's why people will buy bad crap still. Like, these practices still work.
Yeah. Gamer Bats, I don't think they're turning into EA. EA is fucking horrible.
Yes.
Although I am curious, I was thinking about this a while back too. What if a AAA developer, which I'm sure they've already done, just hops on Kickstarter or something and just be like, fund the game for us?
Well, they already
otherwise you're
do
not
early
gonna-"
access. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Early access becoming the norm is, early access was there to help indie developers, but now people are seeing it as like a, hey, we could,
We just fund
we
it for
could
free.
we could do anything without any risk. So everything will be early access now.
Yep, Shenmue. They had it on EA. I mean, on E3. They're like, hey, kickstart the game, and they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, Shenmue 3. I wonder how that's going to turn out.
I
Probably
would
not very
rather
amazing.
people still have to take loans out and produce their games. Like go get a producer. We want quality products. The only problem I see is that some of the producers, they're still not producers who are like specifically for video games who understand what makes video games good.
Yeah, but I thought the whole purpose of Kickstarter was to eliminate the publisher, just the developer and the fans, and then Kickstarter it takes the place of the publisher, right?
But the problem is, it's already proven not to work. The thing about the publisher is the publisher most of the times has realistic, goals. They're good at budgeting. They're a business, Kickstarter, it's the developers are good at developing. I'm not sure what else they're good at,
I want Shenmue 3.
I do not want to play ball with kids.
I want to name my little kitten Chibi, and I want to buy toys from the machine, and I want to avenge my father's death.
You can name it Cuddles.
Well, you can. Is that they gave you 4 different choices because they have to speak the actual name in the game.
Right, I forgot about that. But yeah, no, I think the worst thing about EA is the way that they shut down games just entirely.
Yes. And see, I think EA could bring it back if they realized what they were doing. And I assume it's the reason they don't is because they're still making shit tons of money. But I feel like they could bring it back. If they used to be a good company, they used to be.
It's not advantageous for them to do that.
No, that's the thing that sort of sucks. It's not advantageous, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think they did get rid of the multiplayer online pass bullshit that they had going on for a while there, but
Yeah,
still,
well, people weren't
it's
buying
like
it.
saying, I got rid of the nail I just hammered into your foot, so...
There's still the bleeding, gashing hole.
I don't know, hopefully they'll be better, but we'll see how they turn out. But do you guys have anything else to say about Tim Schafer and Psychonauts 2?
I don't think so. And also the games we've been playing. I think I was going to talk about Psychonauts, so I don't think I have anything there either.
Oh shit, we've got another 23 minutes on the podcast, boys.
Boys.
I
I mean,
I wouldn't mind extending it if you guys want to talk about something.
I'm usually good with the hour format, but now we don't even have a subject and there's like 20 minutes left. But
Oh, we're out of subjects?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had 3. That's all I had. Blew my load early.
The thing is,
shit.
I don't think I've played anything new in the last 2 weeks, which is a little bit crazy.
I've been watching a lot of movies because I've been trying to increase my repertoire of
I've mostly been playing Ark. I watch movies with Billy whenever he suggests a movie to me. He always suggests good stuff.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
playing Ark, I guess. Ark Survival Evolved with Dagless. I've been
Oh
streaming
man,
every time I do it
the
too.
stuff that's been going on too is pretty interesting in Ark.
Yeah, we raided
Such
a base.
as?
Okay, so let me tell you a little story, right? A little story is gonna be. It's probably gonna take me like 5 minutes to go through it, I think. But basically, what happened is I joined Ark with my Arma group a little while ago, and they'd already been playing, so things were set up already, So we just got straight into the mid game, which you get dinosaurs and you can gather stuff a lot faster. So there's this tribe on the server called. Okay, I'm not going to say names because just in case this comes out and they hear it, because they would just totally destroy us. So let's just call them the fucking Steven Seagals. The Steven Seagals, basically they're the most powerful tribe on the server, and the way I think they do things is they say they police the server, But the way I see it is every time they've attacked someone under the guise of policing, it's someone who's been gaining power who could possibly be a threat to them, and they wait for an excuse to do it.
Or they
So
have
I-
shitty rules where
I
like,
think
you
they're
can't
like-
build that there.
Yeah, I think they're like a shitty dictatorship that's like trying to stop people from noticing that they're a dictatorship. So we know, and we live on the West Coast, and a lot of people out here know, and they're really friendly, and they've been getting hit. And we're like, why would you hit the most friendly people in the server? Like, it's a PvP server, so if you're raiding for the sake of raiding, understandable. If you're raiding under the guise of being a benevolent force, then you're a fucking dick. So we got some plans to try to take them down. It's way in the future because they're so powerful.
Well, the moral of the story is that we're going to try to overthrow this dictatorship.
The story's not done yet.
Oh, I thought that was...
Yeah. So what happened was, one of the times, the guy who lives right beside us has given us so much stuff. He's helped us out like from the beginning, and they hit him. And this group in chat was talking, and they're like, "Oh, if you kill him and make him quit the server, don't like kill his dinosaurs. Maybe he'll give them to us or give them away, right?" And that pissed off our neighbor guy. So we're like, this guy's a fucking parasite. We want to be the benevolent leaders of the server one day. So we're gonna fucking just wreck this guy, right? So for 3 days in a row, the first day we went over, we destroyed all his defenses and like grabbed all his dinosaurs and threw them off into the wilderness to die. And we didn't like. There's a log when you kill something, so we didn't kill anything. They didn't know who did it. The next day, we come back. We do the same thing basically. They still don't know. The third day we come back, we literally blow up their entire base, steal everything.
No, we did this all in one night.
No, but this was over the course of 3 days.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, there were 2 other days before the raid we did, which will be up on YouTube maybe in a month or so because I don't want, incriminating evidence out there. But yeah, so we destroyed all their stuff. We, we blew up their base. They got nothing left, and they still didn't know it was us. So over the next few days, they've been playing the blame game. No one suspects us. They think it's this other tribe that is really friendly. They're one of the more powerful tribes, and this other tribe that raids a lot. So demo men finding their chance to attack this friendly tribe that's really powerful, who could possibly be a threat to them, attacks one of their members under the guise of saying they have snapshots, like screenshots of them doing the raid, which we know is not true. So now there's this. We've sort of been manipulating the server and talking to people and slowly putting the idea that, hey, demolition men, they're being dicks. So we're playing this like subterfuge game. I just said the tribe name. I didn't call them the Steven Seagals. I said the tribe name. Fuck. So yeah, it's really interesting.
Look, the chances of you telling the story and it getting back to them are very small. However, not zero.
Okay.
While
And
this
I think
raid
it'd
was
be pretty
going on,
hilarious if this was the downfall of your cast, was this podcast. So
well,
if
you see, while the raid was going on, I was streaming it, and Butkus made an alt account with the tribe name in there, and he came in, and he was like, "Oh, hey, I'm in that tribe,
No,
that you
his
guys are
name
talking
was,
about."
His name was Joffrey Demoman, but he kept saying like, "You guys are outcast." Like he made it like seem like he was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't say it directly, but he implied it, and that got us freaking out for like 10 minutes until he said, "Don't worry about it," and then we're like, "Oh, that's Butkus." And then I checked the account, and it was made that day, so I'm like, "Yep, okay."
Well, I think that's a hilarious joke.
Yeah, it is hilarious, but it got Graham a little bit salty at Dagless. I mean, at Butkus. So
Yeah, I got salty at Butkus.
Well,
both of them
because
got
it
salty.
worked. Right?
Yeah.
If he kept
pretty
it
good.
going for days, I could,
I feel like that might be the
Well,
best
we would have
part.
known like the day after when all our shit wasn't destroyed. Because if Demomen knew, they would have just killed us. They would have destroyed everything.
They're
Well,
just
good
so
thing you guys are
goddamn
talking about your deceit so openly. Then
It's fine. Like you said, what's the chances? Unless somebody, found their account names and sent it to them.
well, there's an
Overseen.
easier way for it to happen, but I'm not going to mention it just in case people have bright ideas. But I don't know.
Well,
It's,
no one knows the server we're on, so
Okay, well you're good then. If that's truly true, you're good.
unless Cube has been streaming when he joins the server, and from his silence,
What? So, anyway, Ark, the game that Dagless got the story from, I feel like they're a great example of how to do early access right as well.
Yeah,
because
they're probably. Oh no.
Well,
continue.
because they update the game like every week or two with substantial content updates. In this time since I've been playing, which is about a month, they've added 2 new dinosaurs and a couple new awesome weapons.
And they still haven't fixed the game-breaking bug.
Yeah, that's the issue though. They have this annoying bug where you just can't gather resources randomly. And there's like the stupid lag bits and stuff like that. I don't know.
The thing is, sometimes I watch you guys and I'm like, maybe I would, and I'm like, no.
Yep.
No,
There's
I
a
feel like
whole
I
lot
get
of
bored
grinding.
very quickly.
There's this taming system in there where you just sit around a dinosaur and feed it narcotics to keep it down.
You get it addicted to crack, and then it will never leave you.
You just stuff stuff in its face and a dedicated poop button, just like Billy said. That's something else. But other than Ark, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4. So that's
That's the
Yeah.
end of the
So
sentence.
same as usual.
same as before.
You know, Cross, I think you actually would enjoy Ark. To be honest, it's
Why?
because it's got more of a melee focus, which I know you enjoy. There
That
are
is cool.
guns, but you don't use them very often.
Mhm.
Oh shit! I got the 1 second. I've
Oh,
got
shit.
the podcast playing in the background.
I can get these like 5 dinos, like little dinos. I got 5 of them. I can follow me and tell them to attack something, and they can go fly at them. Oh my god, they're so
Yeah,
adorable as
it's-
they murder.
It's interesting because they've got, each dino has a different use. It's got a melee focus. It's really like teamwork centered. It's yeah, teamwork.
Tribe.
And you can build your own buildings, or
Yeah, you can build your own building. It's like
That's-
yeah, you can build your own buildings. You can poop by pressing Z.
Well, I mean, Dagless is building a tavern right now.
Yeah, I'm literally just building a tavern, and I'm gonna fill it with monkey butlers and paint them to look like butlers, and then I'm gonna invite the whole server to come and have a drink night.
Oh dear.
And then kill them all.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's
But-
what we'll get over.
No, I'm not
This is
gonna.
gonna. Well, I hope you enjoyed your poison drinks, fools. And just everyone passes out. They wake up with no clothes.
That'd be cool if you could poison the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
But yeah, I honestly, and it's on sale right now. So if you ever were like honestly thinking about getting it, this would probably be the best time.
I'm just too worried that I'd try it and then immediately. Because again, it also seems like a big time sink, and I'm not really down for games that are time sinks.
The thing, well, if you play by yourself, it's a big time sink.
Well,
If
Cross, you could always play an
play
MMO
with
like
other-
Guild Wars 2.
If you play with other people, you can rely on them to get the big jobs done. While when you get online, you can do whatever you want. As long as you're, helping out, no one's going to get upset at you.
Not just
What if you're
consuming
not
the
helping
resources.
out?
If
What
you're
if
just
you're just trying to poop? Everywhere?
okay, if you're literally just sitting around consuming resources and just being a dick, I think the answer is obvious. Everyone will love you.
Oh, sweet. I'll just eat all your burgers.
Look,
Yes, you would, Billy. You'd be able to catch up.
You can come on. You can join the tavern crew. You can be the Cross Knight. We'll have our own famous celebrity.
We might
Are
knock
there
you
personal
unconscious and put you in a
stats?
cage.
Like, are there personal stats, or is it all like equipment and dinosaur based?
No, you level up, and you can level up the dinosaurs, and you can choose what to level up, like your health and
That's
stuff like that.
cool.
Yeah.
And is there permadeath? Permadeath, or
If your character dies, no, you don't die permanently.
okay, you keep your level and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Huh? That
it's working. Keep telling him kill.
I think
cool
it
things.
is the best survival
It's the
game that
best
I've played.
survival game out there right now. I've played
How
Rust.
many-
I've played Dirt World. I've played Savage Lands.
how many dogs can you be? Wait, no.
How many?
You can have
I mean,
dogs. You can
ride dogs.
ride the dog.
Can you have
there's,
a pack of dogs?
there's a
Yeah,
mod that
we have
may
a pack of dogs.
there's a mod that might let you play as a dog. This guy keeps telling us to play the fucking mod over and over again.
Yeah.
We have 5 wolves, and usually we take them out. We ride them as a pack, and we go out to this area because they're the best at gathering this certain object. So we go out into the snow area, riding on our fucking wolves, wearing Viking fur armor. It looks awesome.
I mean, You're convincing me a little bit. I don't know if I don't know if I'm quite there, but especially because it's a $20 price tag doesn't help.
I mean, $20 compared to the usual. Well, how much is it
30.
usually?
It's normally 30.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Well,
No.
there is something else I wanted to talk about before the podcast ends. It's Tabletop Simulator.
Oh, yeah.
God.
So, I recently got Tabletop Simulator. And if you guys don't know, it's basically just a thing that simulates a whole lot of tabletop games, and there are literally thousands of games that you can get on it via the Steam Workshop that people have made and uploaded there. And they're all free, which is also kind of a gray area.
Oh, yeah.
Because people scanned it. So, I mean, you know, there might be streams of random board games like the board game Battlestar Galactica,
I
Dead of
still don't.
Winter.
That's gonna be weird not in person because it's too easy to lie when you're over stream.
Look,
That's
well, no, but you're playing on Tabletop Simulator.
yeah.
You are. I'm just saying. The thing
Oh,
about Battlestar
Battlestar
Galactica is that
Galactica.
at least one person sometime in the game is evil, and they have to lie about it to be effective. And I've sussed someone out because they couldn't stop smiling when something dumb happened. Like, so I don't know. We
it
can
might
try
be
it though.
fun.
It is my favorite board game.
Yeah,
of all time.
you know, if I had the money, I would get Tabletop Simulator.
you should totally get
I think
it.
it'd be interesting as long as we don't play Talisman with Billy.
That's true.
Just want to play me some Settlers of Catan. See how
I
that
want to
works.
play Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, that too. Oh, I'm sure they have Call of Cthulhu. They also have these like miniatures that you can create your own custom
Oh
shit.
God,
They
no!
have-
The Call of Cthulhu game is just horrible. That
You
takes.
know,
Oh
you
God.
know what would be awesome though?
played
If you could play Warhammer 40k on Tabletop Simulator,
think
that
you
would
can.
be badass.
Pretty sure you can, man. They have the
And
miniatures.
then they would get shut down because Games Workshop is a giant dick.
Well, they do have official DLCs out there too.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a total of like a dozen or something, but they're all a bunch of different games. There's this one that I saw. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, if we ever end up playing a game like that, I'm almost certainly going to stream it. We can also play Cards Against Humanity.
Well,
If
wait.
we
Do
want
they
to
have?
do that.
Do they have Secret Hitler?
Yes, they do.
Oh my God.
And I'm damn sure it's #1 on the most popular list because of Total Biscuit's shenanigans.
Yep.
with
No,
that.
I heard him talking about it. I listened to the part where he was just reading the rules, and I was like, "Oh God, this sounds amazing."
Last Night on Earth, the Zombie Game Collection. That's one that I saw that might be interesting.
Oh, that was the game that was on tabletop.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah. That game seems okay. But yeah.
You could play D&D on it, although I think Roll20 is better for D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's specific things that are made just for D&D. So
Betrayal at the House on the Hill, that's a game that we could play.
that game is probably my second favorite board game after Battlestar Galactica.
Hero
See-
Quest, really shitty, dumbed down D&D game.
I never got really into tabletops because every time like I suggested to my friends like, "Hey, let's go to the hobby shop and just find like a crazy game to play." They're like, "No, let's just play Monopoly." And I'm like,
Ugh.
Fucking Monopoly.
"Think I'm out on board game night, guys. Oh, the game of life."
All right, no one suggested the game of life. Please tell me that didn't
People
happen.
always suggest the game of life.
What is a Xenoshift Onslaught? There's literally thousands of games that you can pick here. Oh my god, I'm so
Yeah, it's
excited.
gonna be pretty awesome until the lawsuit happens.
Yeah, so we got to take advantage of this.
Yeah, while we can.
play this. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah. The thing is, they can't do anything about the Steam Workshop stuff. Like, what are they gonna do? No one's making money off it. Hello?
yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, they'd have to prove lost wages in order to get an actual thing. But all right, we've got like 7 minutes left, so we should probably say what are on all of our extremely active YouTube channels.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. You guys can start it off. I will be right back.
All right.
Okay, so what's going up on your channel, Cross?
I currently recorded all of Shovel Knight, and unfortunately found that there's this blinking issue where if you get hit, it doesn't show up on the recording unless you do something.
Oh yeah,
special.
I've seen that on like Game Grumps. That happens like all the
Yep.
time with their stuff.
I found out how to fix it after I recorded all of the footage for it. So I'm unfortunately with my Let's Plays, you're not going to be able to see me whenever I get hit, and it's terrible.
That's not too big of a deal. Are you gonna
Some
do
of the
plague?
battles it's bad because I get hit so much, like because it'll be like I'm pogoing and then I get hit, and then all of a sudden I'm just all the way across the end of the screen, and it's just hard to follow the action.
Are you gonna do the Plague Knight DLC?
Yes, and that one I will actually fix the blinking because I've beaten the Plague Knight DLC now.
Plague Knight is awesome.
It was so much harder than Shovel Knight. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
but it was fun. I like the dancing mechanic.
Yeah, yeah, it's the most important thing. The bosses were all like easier, but the platform.
Yeah, the levels were tougher.
Oh God, it was horrible. There were some parts that like just weren't made for him. But,
I still haven't beaten it yet.
I finished Bully very recently, so that's finally done. And I recorded the first episode of Human Resource Manager. I think that's only going to be like 4 parts, but it's happening. Again, I ran into some recording issues with my new computer, so I've been delaying some of my Let's Plays, but I think I just need to stop delaying and record some of them on the old computer, because I can't do anything about it right now.
Your hiatus is up, right?
Yes, it ended in at the end of January, so...
Yep.
I have been releasing regular Bully, and there's 2 Shovel Knights up now. Human Resource Manager. Oh, and a few Don't Starve from the October footage of me, Relic, and Butkus playing Don't Starve, which might be the last time I play Don't Starve. I'm kind of done with that game.
What about
But,
Shipwrecked, the new DLC?
I have 0 interest in Shipwrecked.
Why?
I don't think it's going to change. The only way I could see being interested in Don't Starve is if there was like a way to like start in winter or start and just somehow make the game still work, because I don't
They
see how that
really-
works.
There is
really
a
should
mode
do
where,
that.
like, when you die, you can just come back.
That in itself would be a bit damaging, also though. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
think
done with
Don't
Autumn.
Starve
I'm not playing Autumn ever again. I swear to God, I'm so done with it.
What do you mean Autumn? Like the character, or
No, where you start out in the season of Autumn before winter. I've played that. I've gotten to winter once. All the other times have just been Autumn. Like
Well, I
don't
mean,
know
we
if I'll
almost
do it
got to
then.
winter, and then you decided
got-
to kill yourself, Cross.
Me, Cube, and
That didn't happen.
Butkus
Well-
have tried multiple
Well, I mean, okay.
times to get through winter, and I think we made it once, and then we died almost immediately after.
We all collectively decided to kill ourselves,
We,
but still,
there we go.
you
Thank
decided to
you
kill
for putting
yourself
the onus
too.
on me.
God damn,
We were all killed by a dragonfly.
that's a better way to put it.
All right, I'm good. What's on your channel,
Douglas?
Compian Creme?
Okay. Well, on my channel, probably more Sword of the Stars of Pit. I feel like I'm gonna go from starting out at the entrance and just showing everything to starting out at the entrance and cutting floors, because now it's just starting to show the same floors over and over again, and I want to get deeper into the pit, show that off a bit more. But I played the Striker, which can only move 1 square per turn, which really kind of screws over your hunger value, to be honest. Like, food is kind of insane on that. Other than that, though, KOTOR, I'm very much enjoying that. I finally got to a planet called Manan, which is a breathtakingly beautiful world. But I'm still...
Manan. I'm sorry, go on.
But I've been having some issues with that still while it's going on, because it doesn't record the cutscenes, the pre-rendered cutscenes, and I have to splice in the cutscenes individually. So it's a bit iffy sometimes.
I'm so glad I didn't try to Let's Play that game. All the crap
It
you got
is-
sounds horrible.
Oh god, do it on console if you're going to do it at all, because it is so annoying to do it on PC.
I do own it. In an odd twist of fate, I own that game for Xbox, but I have never owned an Xbox.
I have KOTOR 2 for Xbox.
Huh.
But other than that, I don't know, I'm going to look into more mods, because I want to play mods. I want to play
I
more
like
fucking
when you do
mods.
Half-Life mods. You do good Half-Life mods too. Like, but then again, the We Create Stuff guys are like the only guys who make good
Yeah.
Half-Life mods.
I was going to say, there's not exactly a whole plethora of good Half-Life mods.
But there could be. That's the sad part.
Yeah. What about you, Dagless? How's your channel going?
I don't really make videos anymore. I haven't had any. I've had ideas for videos, but they're like real life stuff that I would require money and time for. Basically, all that goes up on my channel is D&D whenever the fuck I feel like it. And other than that, just streams. If you want to see my stuff, just come catch me during a Drive Not Found stream.
Yep, you can follow the Drive Not Found Twitter, you can join the Drive Not Found Steam group, or just follow it on Twitch, get email notifications like that.
Also, every few months, go to the Don't Buy Space Engineers video, and
Yeah,
you got two
downvote.
supportive comments, Douglas. It wasn't
Da-
a large swing. It was two.
Yeah, but it's a large swing compared to what happened recently.
Fair enough.
Okay, downvote my video, call me a complete cunt asswipe, and then
Call him a bastard
Asshole.
from the 1940s.
It's an
Yeah.
asshole, actually.
Yeah, asshole from the 1940s. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. Best comment ever, though.
I'm not a time traveler.
Yeah, so he says.
Yeah, so that's basically. I've been thinking about starting another Let's Play or putting something up on my channel, but I think I'm gonna get a new computer first. That's the thing that sort of disheartens me. The fact, that's why I don't stream Ark and whatnot, because I really don't want to put out a bad product, And my
2
computer
FPS
is
video.
shit. I think if I did do something, I would do Dwarf Fortress for my channel, just like me learning how to play Fortress mode.
And then you could be a tick man that bites people in the neck. It was
Yes, I drank that elf's blood, man.
great. Yup.
That was
you had,
great.
like, leap and bite, and you just...
I couldn't wear armor, so I just ran around biting people and killing them. I was the mighty tick.
Well, yeah, that's all of our channels. Again, Drive Not Found, all of us stream to it at some times. But yeah, that has been the Winking Podcast for 2/8/16. Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
This was a good
Nah.
podcast. I enjoyed it. Thanks for showing up.
Okay, cool. That was the 95th podcast, actually, so we're
Holy
coming
shit!
up on the
close to
100th.
100. Who's gonna be your guest for the 100th? Is it gonna be
Probably
Jesus?
Relic.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get Relic.
The original member?
Exactly. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later. Maybe I'll do something special for the 100th. Probably not, because late it is. And yes, see you guys in 2 weeks, if that's what it is.
Hopefully 2 weeks.
Hopefully. Goodbye.